Alright, YouTube, we're back. By the time you'll be seeing this video, you'll already see part one. Figured I'd do it in two parts. So you'll be seeing part one, and now this is the kind of the finishing stage. Going to be filling in all of the voids in the nail holes. I already did pretty much all of them already, and then I got the Kaizen foam. Basically what I like to do is with this is just natural pine. I do have color ones, plus I have the wax, and I actually keep it in the laundry room because of the heat in the garage. I have ruined paint, spray. The can paint seems to last, but the spray paint, they don't last at all. Oh, this is the color. That's the color I'm going to be painting the box. Very close to the Space Marines that I paint, called ultramarine blue. So close to the color, look pretty cool. Why get your tools dirty? Alright. This is the drawer. There we go. I'll just gouge this out a little bit for a thumb hole, and then I'll lay out my tools in here, and this will go right in the bottom drawer. And then my tools will be in there. Won't be jumping around, moving around. All right. All right, YouTube. We're back. We're back with the shelves on the door. Got the boxes done. All I got to do is now I got to fill the nail holes, do a final sanding, and just sand out the tracks a little bit more, and that's it. And here I did one door already, and that's how I how I've always built them. It's 1.5 inch space. This one here, I just rely on a very tight fit in the glue. This one here is a shelf, and then I pin nail it through the side, and then pin nail it, and then my glues and accelerant and PVA glue will all go in these doors. Alright, let's do this one. I already marked it out. I always like to make it center of the actual door. So I already laid out at 4.5 inches because it's 9-inch opening. A little glue. There's absolutely no weight at all on these. And these shelves are 1/4 inch smaller so that the pieces of 1/4 inch will lay flush. So I have this dead center. That's just to hold it in. The glue will do everything else. Okay, now all these boxes I always cut depending on how many shelves, but I never make the shelf bigger, the actual front of the shelf bigger than this little miter saw box. As you can see, it's exact dimensions of the miter saw box. They are smaller, but the biggest one will be as big as this miter saw box. So my first one, and this is going to take up the 1/2 inch difference of the actual front here. Get it on the bar. Now, it's a little bit bigger, that's why I have the sandpaper, so I can just sand it down and fit it. That one? Okay, sandpaper. I like it nice tight fit, nothing's going to roll out of it. And now this one is going to be just a very tight fit, because like I said, I'm going to rely just on the glue. So I make it a little bit bigger and sand it down. Push your wood up against the back of the miter saw. It's easier to hold. Wow. That one came out perfect. And then I'll just, whatever excess glue comes out, I'll clean it off with my finger, and then I'll just either sand it or scrape it off later. That's it. Those are the 2 doors. Okay, let that set. Okay, let me show you now what I do for when I go inside those little 1-inch. There we go. Alright, inside the holes, I'll either roll up a piece of sandpaper, let it, and then just work my way around, or let me grab this. I have a cordless Dremel that has a very, probably 200 grit drum, and I'll keep it at a low speed, and basically just very easy, because this is a little bit more than ½ inch, the drum, so it fits in there nice. And then very easy, I just, no pressure, just take off the little fuzz that's in there. Just rotate it around, no pressure. Very smooth. Come on, feel it. Well, that's it. Now this one will have a Kaizen insert, and I'll cut out my tools. Then these two will have paint. They fit perfectly in here. I can get 25, well, I'll have 50 paints. And then this top one here will have my basing material and other little clamps and stuff that won't fit down here. And then I'll put that handle on top. And then I'll decide what I'll do to keep the doors closed. So that's that. All right. We'll come back when the box is all together and sanded. All right, I got the first coat on the box. Just gotta wait for it to dry. I'll stand it up. I'll do the back, and then I'll put a second coat inside. Do it very easy, and then I'll just have to sand out, or it really doesn't matter if I get the paint inside those grooves. So, all right, let me get this out of the way. So, the drawers and doors. Alright, don't you just hate when you get all that sawdust under this table? I wish they, you know, like the barbecue, you got that grease tray. I'd like to make something like that. You know, take it out when I gotta bolt stuff to it. I just, look at this thing. I hate a mess. But, alright, let's finish painting, and then we'll do all the assembly. Alright, I'll see you in a little while, YouTube. YouTube. Alright, we're back. Put the coat of paint on the box. Now I'm just going to hand brush on some sealer, but I want to get the hardware attached. So, I got the doors. I don't feel like doing the whole thing blue. I figured maybe I'll just paint this black or red in here, hand paint it. I just didn't want to make the whole thing blue. And I cut the Kaizen foam for the bottom. That's my tools that I bring with me. Nippers, knife, drill, a scraper, something to hold parts, cut out decals, files, more drill bits, and tweezers. And there'll be other stuff that I'll put in there as I need it. But, okay. I decided to go with a regular clasp. I got it marked out for center of the drawers here. And that's why I use 1/2 inch plywood for the front, because now I could use a 1/2 inch screw to put in and not have it go through the actual drawer there. Actually, the door. Okay, there's the clasp. Now, I use, instead of felt feet on these, I use these rubber feet. These will prevent it from slipping and sliding across the table. And I took the screws out of the center. That's what was holding the little feet down. Let me just see what we got here. Make sure I'm not gonna. The good thing about this is you can shim these things up if the box is not sitting right. With felt feet, you can't. A washer or two in there, a small little 1/4-inch washer. Okay, get these out of the way. And now, then that's the handle. There you go. I still got to put the rest of the screws in that on the hinges. I hope that's the way to go. I totally forgot to lock them. Mark the drawers when you do something like this so you don't have to try to play guessing game. There we go. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll just finish up the screws, I'll take the handle off again and the clasp, and I'll just do a quick coat of like a sealer, just to keep the fingerprints off it, and clean it up a little bit, and that should be it. And I don't know, I may end up adding these little corner pieces. I'll show you on the next video. Oh, here, let me show you. Here's something I put together a while back. This is for like when I go outside to build the models. If anybody wants a drawing of this, I'll send it to you. And then I just put one of these rubber mats, glued it down, made it out of 1/2-inch birch plywood, drilled holes for bottles of paint, the glues, my water bottle, and then different paint brushes and tools. And then I could just bring it out, put it on a table, and work on my models. And then in here, my basing material, my paper towels. I had it stored up in the attic, but since it's model season, I brought it out. All right, YouTube. If you want a Mike's Woodshop sticker, I'm going to include my email. Just send me your contact information, and I'll send you out a sticker. And again, thank you very much for all of the subscribes, all the comments, and all the likes. I greatly appreciate it. All right, YouTube, I'll see you on the next video.